Let's start with your reading, Cancer. Today, we are going to look into your recent past, current energies, and near future. And then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about your messages. Now, let's begin right away with your reading. Okay. All right, you got some major cards over here. The Fool, Death, the Empress, the Sun. There is a very intense connection situation here that you are thinking about. Something that brought a lot of passion into your life, but that at the same time didn't have much content to it. Nothing really concrete to rely on. You have found yourself taking a risk into a situation that felt right in the moment. It really did feel right. And you might have ended up sacrificing a lot of yourself in it, sacrificing your long-term vision in order to keep this going. But eventually you had to face the truth. And someone here had to make a decision that was more based on logic than anything else. So let's see what's going on over here, Cancer. First of all, in the recent past, two queens, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, there was a very immature energy in your life that you had to deal with. Most times you felt as though you were babysitting the situation, trying your best to keep it afloat, while the other person instead didn't really bother doing the same. You are here nurturing the relationship, whereas this person instead is just focused on themselves and what they want, what they need. There was something in between the two of you which was fundamentally different. And although at first it didn't seem like a big deal, eventually became apparent that it was not going to be sustainable. I think it's very important to look into this situation because having context and clarity when it comes to the past can really help you in your present as well. So we'll come back to this when we clarify. In the present, we have Death with the Empress. You are at a point in life where you're learning more and more every single day. How to fight for what you want, fight for what you believe, and just, learn how to stand up for yourself no matter what it's going to cost you. There is a lot of self-awareness, and you realize that when you compromise for less than you deserve, you always end up with even less than what you've settled for. I can see this awakening happening within you, whether it started already or is about to. We'll see how this is going to impact your present situation when we clarify. Now, look at this. In the near future, the Sun, the Page of Wands, there is something here that is going to come in because of something else that is currently happening in the present. What is it? We'll have to look further into this when we clarify, but overall, what I'm seeing is someone reaching out, sending a message with this Page of Wands. But I do that this message is going to be overly emotional, very passionate. And I see this message not making a lot of sense at first. Again, no clue why the message is sent and what is triggering the message yet, but we'll look into it as soon as we come back to this energy. A lot to look into overall here. So let's start clarifying, Cancer, and let's begin with your recent past. The Moon, the Magician, the Three of Pentacles, I need one more, and the Six of Wands. Okay, I have to say, this person often was all over the place. I see that right here you were more serious, with your Pentacles energy coming up once again, more focused on the long term. Whereas they were more in the now. They were more focused on how people saw them, more focused on quantity over quality, never able to plan for the future, to plan for something concrete and stable. Rarely able to commit to anything, really. It's clear that the connection was there and the two of you really felt right for each other. But as I usually say, meeting the right person is not enough. You also have to be the right person. You also have to be ready to receive it. And it didn't feel like they were ready for it, you know? You were just hoping for more, expecting for more at this point of your life. You were ready to manifest what it is that you really, really wanted. And I don't think that this person was ever able to deliver. It still feels as though the two of you can be right for each other. I have to say that, but there is some maturing that needs to happen. And it cannot happen if you keep babysitting the connection. And especially if you keep sacrificing yourself for it. There are lessons to learn, things to see, but that now are hidden in that moon energy. Now, let's see what's going on in the present. Let's clarify the current energies. The Lovers, the Empress, and Justice with the Ace of Wands. Well, we clearly see that Empress energy confirmed here once again. But I do see the struggle coming up at times. I see with this Lover's energy that you still really much feel intertwined with that person, with what they represented to you back then. And I want to tell you one thing right away. Whatever you're feeling, whatever doubts you have at times, Cancer, are absolutely normal. It's all part of the process. When you stand up for yourself, what happens right away? It happens that you have to push away people, right? The people who do not respect the boundaries and who do not understand why you're changing your approach, do not understand your goals overall. Keep in mind that you don't need to explain yourself to everybody, you know, even to the people you love. And you don't need to delegate that control, even if it means feeling lonely at times. In the long run, you'll realize that this was the best choice for yourself. And one more thing that you realize here is that you need to stick to your guns and not keep changing your mind and your words around the situation. I feel that in the past, you might have told this person that it was over, but then you would reach out to them or still engage in conversations. And you feel that by doing so, you gave the wrong message to this person, making them think that they could have done or said anything they wanted. And then eventually you would have always been available to them, you know, justice, action, reaction. There is something right here that you contributed to, that right now you do not want to do that anymore. No more of that. Now, let's see though what's coming up, because look at this. The Sun, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Wands going into the Two of Cups. Someone is about to make a bold move, aren't they? So let's see what that is going to be about. High Priestess. Ooh, Page of Swords? What? Seven of Cups, Five of Swords. This card keeps coming up. And the Queen of Swords. All right. Listen, it feels like someone has just woken up. Woken up to the reality of things. They are now listening to messages. Messages from the universe, or the messages from their intuition. And right now, you know, it's as if this person just woke up one day and realized for the very first time that you were not in bed right next to them. Maybe they're starting now to miss you because they realize that you're not coming back this time. And they are doing some spying on you with that Page of Swords. and they're not liking what they see. There is no more them in your energy, and they pick up on it. There is something that they can now see, and that they could have seen only with time as well. They could have only really believed it with the help of time. Maybe this was already around them already, but they refused to see it because they thought it's temporary. It's clear that they're going to attempt communication here, first of all, but at the same time, this is not the type of communication that the Empress is expecting right now. And this is, let me say that this is passionate. This is definitely something intense, but it's also improvised without a specific goal or direction. And let's be honest, this is what made you walk away from this person in the first place. We need to see if this is going to eventually evolve and just, transform into what you are expecting overall. But for now, I don't see you waiting around for this person anymore. And you shouldn't, in fact, you should not. One thing is keeping a door open for something to maybe happen at some point in the future. And one another thing is to put your life on pause for someone to finally see what you have already seen. No, that's not what you want to do. So Cancer, your main message so far is to stop sacrificing yourself for people, stop settling, and stand up for what it is that you want, while sticking to your guns without changing your approach to the situation. We see some movement eventually, but is it going to be good enough? Is it going to be too late? Only time will tell. So let's keep going with the reading and let's see if this connection still has potential after all. Let's see what you should expect from this person in the near and distant future. And also, let's see what else you have coming your way in the next few months that you should be looking forward to. If you want to dive deeper into the messages with me, Cancer, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal live 45-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Cancer. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events is the Emperor. It's very curious to see the Emperor in this current position, to be honest with you. This could mean a couple different things. It could be that this person is finally stepping up to the plate and maturing in the person you needed them to be. Or it could be still you taking full control over the situation, being more protective of yourself. Be more protective of your emotional sphere, focusing on more practical things as well, so that you can keep fighting for your goals without losing yourself in any relationship anymore. There is structure and control coming up, and it's going to be ideal for whatever else you want to build after this, including passionate and loving relationships. You cannot build a house starting from the roof, right? The foundation comes always first. And this is what we're seeing over here. But not sure yet what this is going to be. It does feel like this person wants to really step up to the plate. This person or someone else who's around you and who understands that your value and doesn't want to miss out on it. So let's see then what is going on. Let's immediately clarify this Emperor energy. Oh, what? The Hierophant right there, right away. I mean, speaking of traditional type of connections. Okay. Listen, there is something really good and something a little concerning over here. And then it all boils down to the type of love and connection that the two of you share after all, you know. What we're seeing right here is that this person